The giant spider got you in the
And
end.
the spider got me in the end.
Yes.
Yeah, well, not in the end,
No.
but he got me.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the final part of mine and Luke's Third Doctor TV tier list, where we tier list all the Third Doctor TV stories from Spared from Space to Planet of the Spiders. In this edition it is Season 11, where we say hello to Sarah Jane and goodbye to the Third Doctor, and face a power cut with the Daleks, and face some creepy crawly spiders, all leading back to the Metebelis Free Crystal. So if you've been enjoying this series, then please do like this video, because it really does help us out. And if you haven't checked out the previous episodes, then please do check those out as well, because, you know, why not? There's another 4 episodes. And at the end of this video, I will be announcing the next Doctor will be getting the TV tier list treatment. So without further ado, let's take a look at the final adventures of the Third Doctor.
We're in the home stretch now, the final season. Joe has departed us. Roger Delgado has sadly departed. And Sarah Jane Smith has now come on board. The brilliant Elizabeth Sladen, portraying a character who she would come to portray for the rest of her life, really. Coming back in a new series. And you could tell why she comes back. She makes such an impact instantly. And just this journalist character who is constantly questioning the Doctor as well. And I love that it's a different Doctor companion dynamic that they don't get on at first. She's very much suspicious of him. She feels like she might be the one, kidnapping all these scientists. And agency, again, I think is what's really strong for Sarah in her first 2 stories, is that she very much goes around and does her own thing. She's sort of like the main character of her story. And like, there's that wonderful line from the Doctor where it's like, are you on visiting terms with all the local nobility? Like, she's made all these connections and friends herself. And I think that is a testament to this character and how strong an introduction she has here. Just watching this story, you can see why she has endured as much as she has.
I think it just shows the sheer journalistic nature within her to make friends with everyone around her. And I think this might be controversial. I don't know if this is hot take time, but I think season 11 Sarah is sort of the most definitive Sarah compared to
I 100% agree
to when she's with Tom, because I think there's more of a feistiness and more of a fight within Sarah with the Pertwee era than she is with Tom. So I wouldn't say
he
Sarah...
brings that out more in her as well, doesn't she? And like, again, women's lib is very much a part of her character, really, because Doctor Who was never political. But hot take again there.
There we go.
It shouldn't be, but
there you go.
How he teases her a lot there and sort of says, oh, we need someone to make the coffee. And, you know, he doesn't mean it. He's just deliberately doing it to get on her nerves. But I love that. I love their dynamic. I prefer the Third Doctor and Sarah dynamic to the Fourth Doctor. I think because that's very much, it's more Tom and Liz, isn't it?
Yeah,
because
very much so.
They get on so well. They have a lot of fun together. You could tell that in the stories. You enjoy that in the stories. But Sarah is just a bit more of a stronger character here, and it's very much Barry Letts' original vision. And I think nowhere is it on more full display than Time Warrior. We haven't even talked about the brilliant Sontarans yet with Lynx.
The best makeup of a Sontaran, I would say. The best Sontaran.
Agreed.
You know, I think there's a great cliffhanger as well, the reveal of Lynx as well. The special edition, well, not the special edition, but the updated special effects on the story help it as well, like the explosion of the castle. Because Barry Letts was like, right, you know, because he wanted to do the story like it was done in like the new special effects. So it was very much Barry Letts' vision of the story. So I think that it's the true version of the Time Warrior.
I think he originally wanted to do it how they did the church explosion and the demons. But the director they got was very much like, if it tells the story, it's good enough, which works for the most part, but does let it down a bit in there. I think my problem with the special effects in this one is that it's overly CGI. You can sort of like tell the way the bricks fly out during the explosion, it feels a bit rough to me. So I do prefer watching the original version.
But I love seeing...
Not great either, but...
I love seeing sort of Lynx's sort of scout ship fall from the sky
to
Earth. That's wonderful. Yeah. And sort of the laser effect when sort of Lynx is interrogating Sarah. I think that's all wonderful stuff. You know, and I like the concept of this story of it. Scientists to go missing, so the Brigadier basically makes a little hotel for scientists so they don't go walkies, really. And you've got the wonderful character of Professor Rubish, who is doing bugger all. He's just trying to make himself some glasses.
You go if you want to, Doctor. This is fascinating.
I just love him. He's just an absolutely great little character within it, and just provides a lot of joy within it. And I think that this story has a lot of fun.
To see a young girl. I thought you'd a bit old for that.
It has a lot of fun. You've got the robot knight of Pertwee dressing up, and I just think that you can have a lot of fun within it. And I think that it's just a great little 4-parter that will just rocket along.
I think it's the perfect way to start a new season as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it just showcases what Doctor Who is all about, really. And again, it's nice to return to the past. I think it's very well made. Like it feels very authentic to this setting, I'd say.
Absolutely.
And it's just, again, a fun adventure tale. Robber barons and knights in shining armor, archers and king or earls as it is. And yeah, it's sort of, there's a lot of fun to be had with that.
And then you get the smoke bombs as well. That's a lot of fun, just that little bit of comedic stuff with just the third Doctor just lobbing smoke bombs. It's just a great joy to watch, really. Yeah. So for me, I would say probably a 9 out of 10, maybe.
Oh, really? I'd have gone higher.
Would you? Okay.
I'd even push for a 10. So should we compromise at a 9.5?
Yeah, we're going 9.5.
I really do love this one. It's one that I can stick on any time and just really get a kick out of.
Again, I like the music of the reveal of the Sontaran. That bit of the clanginess of it all. Invasion of the Dinosaurs, one what's been renowned in Doctor Who fandom for bad, dodgy effects. But if you look past that, there is such a wonderful story within that, isn't there?
Yeah. And I mean, to be fair, the dinosaurs aren't actually in it all that much.
No, I wouldn't say. I'd say the dinosaurs work well. The Stegosaurus and I think the
pterodactyls are brilliant. Yeah, because they're actually more props on hand, aren't they? I suppose that was made by a different department too than the ones for the model shots.
Yeah.
But, as for the story itself, again, Sarah Jane has such agency in this one, and she's off investigating. She's the one who works out about the underground bunker. No one's listening to her, so she just goes off and does it herself anyway.
You have the Doctor going rogue, Unit turning against him. You've got Yates going rogue. You've got that whole sequence of him being pursued by, is it Captain Finch or Brigadier something? General Finch. General Finch.
Yeah,
being pursued by that. You get the introduction of the Whomobile, which is all wonderful. And you've got one of my favourite lines in Doctor Who, good grief, it's a Stegosaurus. It's wonderful,
Yeah.
Only in Doctor Who can you get that.
I think one of the things that's almost a shame, I'm being negative again, but this is like
I'm going to make you leave now.
Is that the Doctor and the Brigadier are down in the underground, and there's no mention of Web of Fear.
Oh, okay. A little miss pedantic.
No, it doesn't need to be there. It just feels like it would have been a nice touch.
Then why say it's a negative if it doesn't need to be there?
It's not a negative. You just reminded me of the Stegosaurus line that surely there's room for that in there somewhere. But I do love this story. It is great stuff throughout. And part 1 as well, the eeriness of the empty London streets.
Yeah.
Them standing around waiting for a taxi that will never come or a bus that will never come. And I think I love how they get caught up in the system, mistaken as looters.
Oh, I love that.
And then,
when they're taking the photos, I love that.
Yeah.
Like, do you want us all together? That's a great moment. Come on,
I
Sarah.
think find the right is my best side. Yeah.
That's great. It is a wonderful.
Yeah. I love that Sarah sort of joins in there playing up a bit. And that's like I think it's her who points out that the chairs that he's ordering them to sit down on the floor. And the Doctor said, no, I'd rather stand if you don't mind. And then Sarah's like, oh, Doctor, there's some chairs back there. Oh, good idea, Sarah. And then they just pull them out and sit down. It's brilliant. And Yeah, I think the message of this story as well is a strong one about at the end where it's like it's human greed that's the problem. And these characters who are trying to do the right thing, even Yates getting caught up in that, but just take it too far, really. And I think it's a interesting concept for a story.
It's sort of a bit like Enemy of the World in a way, how you got sort of them being deceived in that sort of little spaceship, haven't they? Like Salamander with the people within the bunker, isn't it? So it's a bit Enemy of the World-esque in that sense. But for me, I want to say either a 9.5 or 10. It's just something a lot of enjoy about it for me.
Yeah, I'd go for one of those two. Decision is yours.
I'm gonna go 9.5.
No,
I can't be mean. I can't be mean to this era. I feel wrong seeing Time Monster down there, even though I put it there. Death to the Daleks.
Sarah's agency goes a bit. I will say that.
I love part one. I think that the sort of film, well, not the film, but location work with like the sort of oil lamp in the night with like the
mist
Exlons
and stuff. It's all brilliant.
Wonderful world building within it. But there's one thing what sort of niggles me about it is when they go to like the spaceship and like the third Doctor's having his mashed potatoes or whatever. The spaceship still has light. I'm like, you've got no power. How have you still got electricity and light to? Obviously, I know why they've
never noticed that before.
Yeah, because when they first go into the ship and that, they're like they've still got power. So you're like, surely you'd be have like torchlight and candlelight. It's like that's just me being really pedantic within it. Like this, but I know why they've done it for studio reasons because they wouldn't be able to see otherwise. But it just seems to be one of those little odd things. Like, surely you'd have no power on the ship.
I never thought that was the ship. I thought that was just like a tent they put up out of wreckage from the ship.
I assumed.
Oh no, they don't actually. The ship,
isn't
because the ship wasn't really damaged, was it?
Yeah.
It came down fine, but just lost all their power.
Yeah, that's just me being nitpicky, I guess.
But yeah, that's true. It just looks a bit weird, the entrance to the ship, how it's like that triangle, isn't it? And the ship is... But, yeah. I say probably the weakest of the Pertwee Dalek stories.
I'd agree with that, yeah.
It's a fun time, though. And I love the Daleks swapping out their guns, like the ingenuity there.
Yes, I love that.
Yeah. And the Exelon design as well. It's by the same director who did Colony in Space.
Michael E. Bryant, he's a regular. He did the Sea Devils as well. So yeah, he's a big regular.
Yeah. But you could tell he like took the lessons he learned from that story and worked into this, and how the primitives, the Exelons here, just look so much better than the ones in Colony in Space. How they've got the rags and stuff to blend in. I think that's all brilliantly designed. I love the concept of the city and the delving into that with Bilal. What a wonderful character he is.
Oh yeah, what a charming fella. He should have been a companion. That's an interesting parallel universe, isn't it? Bilal being a full-time companion.
Yeah, I love how you could see John Pertwee like taking care of the actor in the costume, how
guiding him along.
He couldn't really see it. So getting mother hen there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it has its weak points, but it's just it's a good bit of fun to put on.
I think the cult stuff as well, I find kind of chilling. When Sarah's going to be sacrificed, and you've got like the incense going off, like it's wonderfully shot and kind of creepy.
There's that brilliant line as well afterwards where the Doctor says about how presumably whatever was going to carry out that sacrifice is further down here. Like that,
and then it's the route, yeah.
I think the crew of the spaceship, that's sort of a weak point of the story, really. Like, they set up some interesting moral dilemmas there, but then it sort of meanders a bit towards the middle. You do get that nice final scene where Galloway blows up the ship, though.
And you've got Carrington back in it, haven't you? The person from Ambassador of Death, he's back in the story, isn't he?
Oh yeah, that's him, isn't it? The captain of
yeah.
I want to go
8.
Yeah, I'll go 8.
I was thinking 8 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, let's give Time Monster some company.
bit of company there. Monster Peladon.
Yeah, another monster.
What do we think of this one? I think it's the better of the Peladon stories, personally.
Yeah, you prefer. I don't know. I'd say they're both on a par for me. I do.
Okay.
Yeah. I like how this again twists the Ice Warriors. You think, oh, they were nice last time. They're not nice this time.
No, I think that's why I prefer it.
Oh, you're a you're a fundamentalist.
Yeah, I am.
You like your simple bad guy stories.
I like my simple bad guy story, and I think that this explores Peladon a lot more as a society. We get more of about the culture of the miners.
Yeah,
and that whole sort of mystery within it, you know.
Taking place around the same time as the mining riots across. Was it more Wales or was it across the UK?
I'd say probably Wales, I guess, at this point, really. Yeah.
Yeah, but certainly there were some union issues there that were going on, some strikes and stuff. And so, yeah, again, Doctor Who was never political. But I'd say, yeah, again, Sarah gets her agency back, has some great scenes. Thinks the Doctor's dead twice, actually. She goes through the ringer a bit there.
Yeah, she does.
Because, like, you have the drill exploding, and then you have the scene where she watches him on the monitor.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like how it all comes down to, again, the despicableness of human greed with Eckersley.
Yeah.
That character. And yeah, there's a lot of fun to be had throughout this story. A lot of great action scenes. And yeah, like you say, Peladon, it's nice to come back there. I like that we get to revisit this planet, explore a bit more of it. And yeah, Sarah getting to talk to the Queen about women's lib as well.
And you get Terry Walsh's impression of John Pertwee, because he voices the Third Doctor as well.
Oh, does he actually get the voice in there?
Yeah, because when he does like the stunt after the fight with one of the miners, with like not the ionizer, but you know what I mean, like the big.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
They use that, and like you get him going, no. So it's
that's
yeah.
it. Yeah.
So you get that.
So, I was thinking there's the line where he said, "Oh, come on, whatever your name is, this is pointless." Because that's very much dubbed on.
Yeah.
No, I think that was Pertwee himself dubbing it on. But yeah, I can believe that no is him.
Yeah, that's definitely Terry Walsh. I'm 100%.
Yeah.
Where are we going to put Monster Peladon?
I'd go 8.5 or a 9.
I'll go 8.5. They match together.
Yeah, we like pairing them up here.
Yeah, we've got to do that. We've done it with Frontier and Planet, so it seems wrong not to. Planet of Spiders. For me, this has all the hallmarks of what makes a good regeneration story. It celebrates the Doctor, and I think that's what a regeneration story should be. This celebrates.
I think it helps that the same production team have been around the whole time, and a lot of them are going at this point too.
So it does feel like a send-off, and like I say, this is a celebration of the Third Doctor and his era from, the chase sequence. It's very much catered for why we love the Third Doctor, the action hero with the gadgets, to the Venusian Aikido, to the quiet contemplation moments of character within like the Buddhist character and all that. It's wonderfully great sort of stuff, and very much full circle for the Third Doctor's character. With like I said at the beginning, the quest for knowledge being his downfall, and the nice little callback to Joe as well. It does feel like it's wrapping everything up to start a new era of the show, really, doesn't it?
I love like the early parts of this story, like part 1 and 2, where it's almost like just a slice of regular life. The Third Doctor, really, like he's not fighting any big threat. He's just doing a little investigation on the side, going to the cabaret night with the Brigadier.
Just is lovely.
Enjoy a bit of. I mean, what you get Sarah doing the same thing, doing just her journalist side of things, but obviously there's something a bit darker going on there. And I think it's nice how slow this story is, like that calm before the storm as it starts, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely is.
I do think once you get to the planet of the spiders itself, things start to go a bit downhill. That all feels a bit messy for me. And so, I mean, some dodgy acting in there as well. Like,
Yeah.
the older woman coming out. No defense there, is there?
No. But it's got
My
some
son,
good
I lost my
cliffhangers.
husband. Must I lose you too?
Yeah. Oh, it's got some good moments though, like the cliffhanger of the third Doctor trying to get back to the TARDIS and then he just gets zapped. After that whole sort of
that's
action
brilliant.
sequence is wonderful. But I love as well the music. There's a wonderful little bit of triumphant music as the third Doctor returns from meeting the Great One and like he goes to the TARDIS. There's a wonderful little bit of triumphant music within that, and he's like, that's a victorious little bit of music for the third Doctor's
A lot
final
of the stuff
victory.
involved in the Great One is pretty good.
And it's the first time you probably see the third Doctor scared, which is so rare. And I think that really, and I think, Troughton sold the fear factor of the situation, and the third Doctor and John Pertwee sort of, made you feel safe in this situation. So to see
much
him,
more stoic, isn't he?
yeah. So to see him crumble, and physically as well at the end of the story from radiation sickness, it really sells that the danger of this is the end for him, and this is a big deal for him.
Yeah, that's very true. It's a very brilliant performance from him. I love the Buddhist elements of it. How that very much ties in with a lot of the themes that Barry Letts has been injecting over the course of his tenure. And I love how that ties into Time Lord mythology as well, and like their beliefs. And you have the Doctor coming face to face again with his old mentor that we first heard spoke of in the Time Monster. It was nice bringing that character to the forefront and explaining regeneration a bit more as well. The first name drop of regeneration.
Yeah.
It's very wholesome moments throughout as well. Tommy, a brilliant little character in there. I mean, he's the hero of Part 5's cliffhanger, like final cliffhanger of the John Pertwee era, and it's Tommy in danger.
Yeah, just shows what an endearing character he is.
Yeah, and I love that line where he rescues the third Doctor and Sarah from the cellar after he's had his mind cleared up by the crystal, and Sarah says, "You're normal. You're just like everybody else." And he just like looks into the cellar, thinking, "I sincerely hope not." I think that's nice how it isn't mocking the disability at all. It is very much quick to say that is all right.
Yeah,
and I think that is important. The show does that and has that little moment, not to make it seem like Tommy's better now. It's just that Tommy has his mind has been cleared really by the crystal, and yeah, he's an endearing character throughout. And I love that little behind the scenes story where he got into the taxi to take him to the television centre, decided to do a bit of method acting, and almost didn't get let in because the security guard thought he was some nut who just wanted to meet John Pertwee.
Blimey heck. Oh my goodness. Where are we going to put the grand finale for the Pertwee era then?
9 or 9.5 for me.
I was thinking that. I think for me, I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say a 9. I think.
Okay.
I think a 9 for me.
Yeah, I think that balances out a little bit more, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think it makes it fair. So that is our first Doctor tier list. That is 5 years of Doctor Who tier listed. There we go. That is a Doctor's era all done.
Yeah, it's interesting looking at it all, how we've all spread it out.
Yeah, it's a lot more, I wouldn't say top heavy, but it's a lot more balanced than what I was expecting, to be honest.
You're expecting it to be even more top heavy?
Yeah, I was expecting majority to be sort of in the, 10 or the 9.5 really. I mean, 9.5 is the biggest of the bunch.
What stories shocked you most on its placement?
Oh, I don't know really. I think Curse of Peladon probably.
Oh, because I didn't let you put that.
Yeah.
Was it a 7.5 you wanted to give it?
Yeah, 7.5 for me.
Evil person. It's a Pertwee story.
It's a Pertwee story, but yeah, maybe I should go and rewatch it after we finish doing this. But
yeah, well, probably give it. It's got the Peladon box set
Yeah.
from Big Finish in a few months. Maybe give it a couple and then rewatch it on the build up for that.
I think Inferno's another shocker actually, because I feel like Inferno would have been like a guarantee, and the Daemons should have been a 10 out of 10 maybe.
Sorry.
Well. But yeah, I feel like those two should have been at the top end really.
I feel like they are very good, but they're not quite the best of the best. I think it almost takes away from some of the ones that are up there. If you put too many up there.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
But they are still very strong, and 9.5, nothing to be sniffed at.
No. That's just me being a little pedantic.
Ambassadors of Death, I was shocked that you wanted to put that as low, because you wanted to put lower than 9.5.
So yeah, I was thinking either a 9 or I think 9 maybe. Yeah,
I think I just really vibe with that story, I guess.
You can't argue with comfort, who can you? You can't argue against it. Can't argue with it.
That's what most of this era is, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. It's that stick on Doctor Who and just sit back and enjoy the ride. And what a ride it is. So that is our third Doctor tier list. Thank you everyone for joining us. Hope that you've enjoyed it. And, please do the tier list. We'll be very interested to hear your response to this and let us know what you thought of it. So if you've enjoyed this, then please do like and subscribe, because we do plenty of these. We do live streams and just all manner of tier list fun. So once again, thank you, Luke, for joining me for this third Doctor Bonanza.
Yeah, thank you for having me, even if I may have rained on your parade a little bit with one or two stories.
You can stick around for a little bit longer despite
last strike, is it?
Yeah, well, yeah, this is your third strike, rather fittingly.
There we have it. That has been our third Doctor TV tier list. I hope you've enjoyed this series. If you've enjoyed it, then please do remember to like it, because it really does help us out. And the next Doctor, what we'll be getting the TV tier list treatment, is the 7th Doctor. We'll be taking a look at season 24, 25 and 26. Going to be an interesting ride, that, so it's going to be an interesting one to say the least. So yeah, thank you very much for everyone who has watched all 5 episodes of the third Doctor TV tier list. We really do appreciate your support, and we'll see you very soon where we take a look at the Sylvester McCoy era. So stay safe and take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.